mira. Eso es cool.
Qué bello.
It's a sunset.
Oh, sí.
Okay.
A ver, ven. Trajimos uno.
It is afternoon. The thing is, go ahead, make a special book.
I think as I always do, the best suggestion is this. Finish,
Montmartre is the highest hill in Paris. This is North Paris. It's a hill where the streets are very narrow, not built for lunch or for dinner in the evening, because all the shops are open till late downtown Paris. Early morning, this Saturday, still not much traffic, not many people here. The shop is still closed, as you see at your left-hand side on the corner. FNAC, we say FNAC. It's the largest music shop in Paris. In France. It's a chain of music shops. The left-hand side of us, on the corner, you will see Printemps. Large avenue here. This is Haussmann Boulevard. All the way to the end is the Lafayette Gallery. Many people will be there, of course, Saturday afternoon. This is National Shopping Day in France. But Louis XV didn't have enough money to finish. It was finished by Napoleon Bonaparte. Left-hand side of the corner, can you see princes and princesses 8 at the Maxims, 3,300 years old. It came all the way from the Luxor Temple. It needs to be transported all the way from Luxor to Paris. Right-hand side of you, prepare your cameras on the right-hand side. Take the Champs-Élysées, okay? Just driving around this square. So your right-hand side, you see across the Seine. Between the buildings on the right-hand side, the Madeleine Church, reflecting the same neoclassical facade of the National Assembly on the opposite side, left-hand side of you. See, Paris is a mention. You see, you have your embassy on the Royal Square. What a privilege! Louis will turn right in front of us, the Champs-Élysées Avenue. It's just over a mile long, divided in 2 halves. This first half is the original half of the avenue, because in here we'll find the fields. Champs-Élysées means Elysian fields. Those fields that we will visit with few of you this afternoon. Right and left-hand side, nowadays, within the fields, behind the trees, you will find many luxurious restaurants, like this one on the left-hand side, justified by 7. Luis, vamos a llegar aquí más cerca de la derecha, vamos a hacer una piscina. Visit. Not like the White House in Washington. On the other side, left-hand side of us, the big palace is there. We say Grand Palais in French. The big palace was built in just ran down. Remember, the French are here on the left-hand side of us. Left hand side on the corner, La Durée, it's a beautiful salon, beautiful on the avenue, all the way here to the Fouquet's, to the George V Avenue.
Ahorita no estamos viendo alguno que son nada.
On the opposite side, right hand side,
166 feet.
you see a new arch built just on the right hand side by the whole district. But looking well to your right and left hand sides, you don't see many shops because of prices in here. Houses for museum. Those two wings. The wing coming in front of us has the every district in Paris is divided into 4 quarters. That's why with the fountains. Left hand side of us, left hand side on the tower. Now for you guys on the left hand side of the bus, and Louis will be turning left to cross the Seine, and then left once more. The tower will be on the right hand side. Just mainly now, start season. We're in full tourist season now. In the Mars fields with a view of the Eiffel Tower. 200 meters on the military school. We're going to stop for a second. A la izquierda, por favor. Aquí. Was a royal chapel for an ex-military hospital built by King Louis XIV in the 17th century. Louis XIV was the king who built Versailles, that we're going to visit. Museum of Army. Museum divided into 4 sections. Forms in at the museum. His personal belongings, even Napoleon's flag, and the horses are there. You can see the color of Napoleon's white horse was really white. He had a white horse, you know. She called Marie Louise. And we're talking about that this afternoon at Versailles. It's related to Napoleon too. Statues in gold leaf. Was totally surrounded by the population. They escaped from miracle, but then Louis XIV never forgot this very hard political. He decided to build a palace only for himself, the palace of Vaux-le-Vicomte, which still exists. Vaux-le-Vicomte was built nearby Fontaine. D'Artagnan, the captain of the Musketeers, he was brought to Paris, tried during 3 years, and he was sentenced to life imprisonment by Louis XIV himself. Take a look at your right hand side, you see the sun to be built in our modern world. I mean a town especially built to become a capital of country, just like Washington was built in the States, or even Brasilia in Brazil. I think that George Washington was not very original, just a copy of what Louis Minister's courtyard, the ministers of the new capital of France live in those buildings at your right and left hand sides, also built by Monsard. But if you look now behind you, just a reminder.
Aquí están los estables donde había unos caballeros, caballos, todo eso, del rey.
Like museum and maybe to be face to face it was rare. But anyway, even if you're not decent and dressed, at least able decent and enter the palace. But only the nobles could pass through this gate here on board the town. If you had no title, you had to walk. Then Louis Philippe, the very last French king, restoration towards the palace. Was he who made the palace into a new city, about Jesus, a new symbol of the history of France. Was he who destroyed the fence, placed the cobblestone, and the equestrian statue of Louis XIV was not here. Also, Louis Philippe wrote down the word.
So Reese was a modern thing about the king and talking about the
Surprise! Palm trees, orange trees. We are facing south, the warmest part of the garden, because the sun is always out. We are here at the greenhouse of Julius Mansard or Louis XIV. The greenhouse is just below us. To the left hand side, the sea, and right hand side, and in front of us, the Grand Canal, man-made in the 17th century, 15 feet deep, built in a cross shape. You see the side arm, cross arm, so this central arm in front of us is 1 mile long, the side arm is 2/3 of a mile long. It continues the same axis, east-west, now going west for sunset. Louis XIV had more than 200 boats. Always gilded brown. Look at this scene of the Holy Trinity, Jesus Christ, and the act. Painted by Charles Lafosse, one of the many painters who worked here at the palace of the great Louis XIV. Well, at the time of the Mass, the king with the queen and the abundance. This salon here during the public reception nights with the court was used for drinking. 3 tables of drinks, 2 for cold drinks, wine, water, fruit juice. They're called at the time fruit water. And it's very useful for winter time. They dry up the walls, avoiding the humidity to enter the salon, and the walls are covered with velvet, and also the furniture was covered, with velvet. Let's come here to this side. I didn't finish yet. Just make space. Behind the 2 doors, there was installed by Louis XV to build the Gabriel. But the walls are decorated with this polychromatical marble, coming directly from Italy. Are you going to picture? Have you been? Yeah. Have you been in Florence? Yeah.
one of the longest parks of this area, Monet was this one, the water.
Monet's water lily garden.
Actually, he did a cycle, not a series. He meant that he did not like the Japanese people, but he painted the it was later to be used as a real technique itself, with certain rules and standards. Okay, this is also known as the Japanese garden because of some exotic plants that were planted here. And when you go back via the tunnel again, as you go out from the staircase, continue going down to straight ahead of you, you will see on the left-hand side the direction to the house of Monet. And there you will be visiting his private studio, in which he actually perfected and wrote a tremendous amount of...
Well, because like I hadn't taken anything.
You had no.
No. So
No, you probably would. You're 20, you're 22, 24 rows.
yeah, I got like I think it's like the part of it also.
Baby.
¿Las qué?
The close up. Here's the flowers.
Nos quedan 75 minutos, Malavi.
Ooh, I'm going down the road.
Beautiful here. Beautiful here. Very calm, very quiet. Just beautiful. Park bench sitting. There's flowers everywhere. Beautiful. This is the Chateau de Claude Monet. Father impressions of paint. Look at geraniums, the geraniums. Group of orientales, pero beautiful. Very calm, very peaceful. Look at the roses. Look at the... What's that? We're here at the American Museum.
Wow.
American Museum.
Did you go inside the museum?
No, we haven't. I don't know if I should go on that.
I went in it. It's small.
No.
It's 35 francs.
It's only $6, no biggie.
Yeah.
Not even that.
It's, yeah, I think it's nice, but it's small. And it's filled with people who came here following Monet and to work with Monet. There's a Mary Cassatt painting and some other, people. But a lot of them are paintings of Giverny, of the gardens and
Oh, really?
the village itself. If you like that kind of stuff, it's probably worth it.
Oh, I got the tire.
Tenemos que llegar a...
No, eso es Campos Elíseos y después vamos a girar a la avenida Giorgio V. Sí, yo voy a decir. Sí, vamos a... Esta, ¿no? Esta de acá. Aquí. Francia. Después vamos. Despacito. ¿Qué es esta?
Here we are on the cedar boat. Over sign, aquí. Take a night trip. Cruise. See what's over here.
De la Seine. Les bateaux mouches vous proposent de la citée dans le commentaire sonore et correspondant au plan panoramique qui vous sont offerts. Votre promenade sera rythmée par le passage des ponts.
Welcome on board the Bateau Mouche. Thank you for choosing our company to discover Paris from the Seine. The Bateau Mouche invite you to take a trip across Paris and back through the centuries. The spoken commentary will point out to you all the principal monuments. Arrows on the tele-display units will guide you, pointing out the position of each monument mentioned in the commentary and corresponding to the panoramic views presented. You can measure your journey by the bridges you pass under. In French, they're called ponts.
Bienvenidos a bordo de los Bateaux Mouche. Les agradecemos haber elegido a nuestra compañía para descubrir París y su historia haciendo un recorrido por el Sena. El relato que irán escuchando les ayudará a descubrir los principales monumentos que constituyen una de las riquezas de nuestra ciudad. Las flechas que aparecerán en la pantalla les irán indicando la posición de los monumentos citados en el relato. El paseo estará matizado por el paso de una serie de puentes.
本日はご乗船ありがとうございます。バトンムーシュにてパリの街と歴史の流れをご遊覧ください。記念建造物の解説は船内アナウンスでいたします。建造物の位置は電光掲示板で矢印にて指示します。アナウンスとともにお手元のパンフレットもご覧ください。セーヌ川に
En vous, le charme modern style d'une structure métallique habillée de sculptures 1900 de pierre et de bronze. Ce pont fut dédié à l'alliance franco-russe.
The Pont Alexandre III, the modern-style charm of a metallic structure adorned with seats of the National Assembly, where the elected deputies meet to pass laws and keep an eye on the budget. Between the Quai d'Orsay and the Palais Bourbon, the Hôtel de la Seine, which is today the home of the President of the National Assembly.
Frente al puente de la Concordia vemos el Palacio Bourbon, sede de la Asamblea Nacional. El Palacio Bourbon presenta una fachada con 12 columnas de estilo corintio, que son... El Tribor, el padre Saint-Germain, el Palacete de Beauharnais es uno de los numerosos palacios de conciertos religiosos que albergan en este barrio la embajada filipe.
À Tribord, musée de la Légion d'honneur. C'est l'ancien hôtel de femmes, construit par Pierre Rousseau au XVIIIe siècle, où Madame de Staël refléta contre la
Kind of cool out here. A little breezy.
Museum of the Legion of
Very
Honor.
nice.
This is the former South March, where America's died for the years.
Siguiente exterior, vemos el Museo de la Legión de Honor. Es en este palacete de Stal donde Madame de Stal conspiró contra Napoleón. Parador del Jardín de la Silencia. Fue diseñado al estilo italiano del siglo XVI por Catalina de Medici en los alrededores de un antiguo bosque de Roma. Da nieve salata, iridiscente, di uno stesso, ad un movimento, di un gruppo di una naturalità. C'est l'incendiaire du sud-ouest qui passait le centre de l'île de la France. C'est aujourd'hui un musée qui a rassemblé des œuvres du XIXe siècle. El Museo Rossi es la antigua estación del suroeste. Actualmente es un museo en el cual se exponen obras del siglo
Están comiendo ahí.
Ce fut dès le XIIIe siècle la demande et la forteresse des rois de France à l'éclat
¿Estás teniendo flash, Flavio?
une grande partie des collections.
The fortress of the kings of France, out of the way of the crowded city. The Louvre has greatly evolved as it has been variously enlarged, destroyed, rebuilt, overloaded, burnt, and built again to become what it is today.
A babor, el Palacio del Louvre. Desde el siglo XIII fue la residencia y la fortaleza de los reyes de Francia. École des Beaux-Arts.
Des Beaux-Arts, the Fine Arts School, and the Palais de l'Institut, built by Louvre. The Palais de l'Institut is the seat of the academies, and the French Institute.
A Estribor, la Escuela de Bellas Artes y el Palacio del Instituto. Fue construido en el siglo XX.
マゼラン設置のためにルボーにより建設されました。アカデミー・フランセスの各シーンが置かれています。芸術橋の上流には造幣局の勇めしい建物を見ることができます。
En amont du Pont des Arts, premier pont métallique de Paris et reconstruit depuis, l'hôtel de la Monnaie présente sa façade janséniste. Au milieu de la façade, une porte.
The first metal bridge of Paris that since rebuilt. You can see the Jansenist facade of the Hôtel de la Monnaie, the Mint. In the middle of its facade, a monumental oak door bears the arms of Louis XV in bronze.
Más allá del Puente de las Artes, primer puente metálico de París, vemos el Palacio de la Moneda, con su fachada jansenista. La monumental puerta de roble luce el monograma en bronce de Louis XV. Île de la Cité. Paris, qui s'appelait encore Lutèce, était limitée à la seule île de la Cité.
The Île de la Cité, Paris, was originally confined to this island alone, the island of the city.
La isla de la Cité, en su origen, París, que se llamaba Lutetia, se limitaba a la única, por la versión, imitación de guerra de religión.
The full mill, its construction was completed in 1606, and its center point, the equestrian statue of King Henry IV, put an end to the religious wars.
El puente nuevo es el
本人の中央には水上戦争を中止されたアンリ4世の像があります。
À la fin de l'île, le jardin du Bergalant et la place des Filles appellent ainsi en l'honneur du défunt âgé alors de 6 ans.
On the tip of the island, the Bergalant Garden, and the Place de Filles, named in honor of the builder, the future King Louis XIV.
Se encuentra el jardín Guillermo y la Plaza Dauphine. Lleva ese nombre en honor del delfín, quien en la época contaba con solo 6 años de edad. À d'abord, le palais de justice, reconstruit par Napoléon III, il étouffe la Sainte-Chapelle, joyau de l'architecture gothique du XIIIe siècle au temps des croisades. Sur le plan architectural, cet édifice de pierre et de verre représente un équilibre parfait de magnifiques vitraux.
The Palais de Justice, rebuilt by Napoleon III, it surrounds the Sainte-Chapelle, a jewel of Gothic architecture from the 13th century. Architecturally, this edifice of stone and glass, to starboard, the Latin Quarter, centre of the traditional universities, in the days before knowledge became more widespread, and when Latin was the language of study.
Al rigor, el barrio latino era el enclave de las tradicionales universidades donde los estudios se realizaban en latín. Notre-Dame de Paris. Son parvis vient du mot paradis. Il est le point kilométrique zéro de toutes les nationales. Vous apercevez le long du quai la statue de l'empereur européen Charlemagne.
Ça va fort. ¿Hiciste algo? ¿La cámara? ¿La cámara?
Oh no, es la joya.
Ah.
Nuestra Señora de París. El Parvis es el punto kilométrico cero de las rutas nacionales francesas. Notre-Dame de Paris fut construite en 1263 par le génial architecte Willard de Honnecourt pour l'évêque Maurice de Sully. C'est une cathédrale symbolique de la période de vie. Cette charte, à Milan,
Notre-Dame de Paris was constructed for the first time from 1163 by the architect Willard de Honnecourt for the Bishop Maurice de Sully. It is symbolic of the Gothic period, along with the cathedrals of Chartres, Amiens, and Vannes.
Nuestra Señora de París fue construida para el obispo Maurice de Sully. Au XIXe siècle, je restaurais la cathédrale telle qu'elle était en 1330. J'ai aperçu entre les deux grandes tours son triple portail, surmonté de la galerie du 28 rois de Judée et d'Israël. Latéralement, des grands vitraux, le rosaire.
Village and partly destroyed by the French Revolution, it was celebrated by Victor Hugo in his famous novel The Hunchback of Notre Dame. So the government released special funds between its two great towers, its triple portal, and above, the gallery of the 28 kings of Judea and Israel, and at each side, the great stained glass project.
A partir del éxito obtenido por la obra de Victor Hugo, Nuestra Señora de París, el gobierno de la época concede un crédito excepcional que permitirá al arquitecto Viollet-le-Duc en el siglo XIX restaurar la la Villa San Luis, zona loteada del siglo XVII. Esta isla es zona residencial para privilegiados.
Oh, they have it.
fine example of architecture.
Al rigor, el barrio Saudito, áreas de escuelas e instituciones como la capital de Yusuf. A continuación, vemos el Instituto del Mundo Árabe, ejemplo de arquitectura moderna.
Culture, quartier Saint-Victor. Un musée en plein air rassemble des sculptures contemporaines au milieu d'arbres et de jardins. En arrière-plan, le Jardin des Plantes fut créé pour le...
Es un museo al aire libre donde se pueden apreciar esculturas contemporáneas expuestas en los jardines. En segundo plano, antiguamente fue el jardín real de plantas medicinales creado por Luis XIII en el siglo
Are we turning around here?
L'Anvers et le Rhin.
To court, Île Saint-Louis, a succession of elegant mansions.
A favor, podemos admirar muchos palacetes, entre los cuales distinguimos el de Lambert.
Etc. À noter encore le dôme de l'église Saint-Paul et l'arsenal, devenu bibliothèque.
To starboard, the Marais Quarter. On this former marshland, whence it gets its name, which means the marsh, stands a succession of mansions which are now museums. The Hotel de Saint, the Hotel de Carnavalet, etc. And noticeable domes of the
la plaza del ayuntamiento. En sus orígenes fue un puerto llamado La Guerra, un importante centro de actividades comerciales, fundamentalmente en la época en que todo el comercio del nacimiento del país se realizaba por vía marítima. El ayuntamiento fue inaugurado en 1882.
site d'être champ de nature.
Starboard, the palace of the Louvre, made up at first of the spoils of successive lootings. The Louvre Museum has made many purchases and has received important donations.
En sus inicios, el Museo del Louvre se constituye con el fruto de los saqueos realizados durante las sucesivas campañas militares y luego a partir de compras y donaciones importantes.
ルーブル宮が見えます。17世紀のフェロンのコロナードもあります。多くの人の手により、皆さんはさらに拡大されます。
Beautiful sunset though. Beautiful sunset. Chilly? The cake's a little chilly. I love her.
End of the siege of Paris, the palace was burnt down. Today, only the Pavillon de Flore survives.
A estribor, el Palacio de las Tuilerías. Bajo el gobierno de la Comuna, en 1871, como cierre del palacio, según en tiempos de la Comuna, solo se conserva el jardín que fuera concedido por Catalina de Medici. Las esculturas de Mayol adornan el lugar. Actualmente se están realizando trabajos de restauración.
This three-story metallic assembly, with its ingenious lighting which took over from Citroëns in 1925, has been used as a broadcast tower since 19...
La visita comprende también la arqueología destinada a los derechos del hombre y los juegos de agua.
右に採用地が見えます。8つの博物館の丘とも呼ばれました。採用中は1937年の博覧会場として建てられ、今日では人類博物館などの4つの博物館が入っています。この地区には
Questa è la statua de Libertad miniature. Is he sitting here? We're going to get a shot of it.
La corporation des nôtres parisiens est assez riche et puissante pour élever avec ses propres deniers un hôtel à Jupiter. On en exhumera des fragments en 1711 lors de fouilles effectuées dans le cœur de Notre-Dame. Le fleuve qui a donné naissance à la ville est au risque de causer sa perte. En 886, près de 30 000, alors que Paris ne compte pas plus de 4 000 défenseurs.
Whereas Paris's defending army counted a mere 4,000. The Normans were repulsed.
Aquí estamos en Chartres, o algo así. I wish I could spell pronounce it, but I can't. But aquí estamos. Very quaint little town. Give you a castle of Chambord, or something like that. Está adentro. The pure size of these things. Espérame. Big puppy.
or traces all over in Europe of their presence. Either network of roads, like in England, connecting the major provinces of belonging to the Roman Empire down to the main city of Britain, which was Londinium, as they called it. And then hygiene, personal hygiene was very important in the Roman civilization, and the hygienic standards were very high. A public bath, a thermal bath, would be one of the most important things that a city should have. It's like today's sports center for any town. So it was, during the Roman time, a thermal bath. So if you wanted to be updated upon the latest gossip about the VIP of the Roman Empire, you would go to a bath. The bath, the city with water, fresh running water.
What? Yeah.
To the right is the village of Blois, which is the main center. Is the main river cutting through this area, but it's getting a lot of support from the affluents such as Cher and the one we just passed by. The whole area take the name, of course, of the longest river, which is La Loire, that runs for about 150 kilometers, which would be miles about 76, yes, roughly 76 miles.
Aquí estamos enfrente. Y en rosas aquí a lo largo. A ver si puedo sacar todo el castillo.
Yes, I see.
Aquí
The
está.
two ladies. One is from something, and the perfect. Yeah, I think they're doing their own thing. I don't think they're. Can you imagine this?
Old trees.
I sit
We'll
here.
try. You don't want to stand up there on the river?
No, sit.
You'll be too low.
I'm too low?
Too low.
You want?
The size. I was going to take off my hat and sunglasses.
Aquí estamos. Con el sol. Sí, sí.
You can turn it on if you need to, whatever's good.
I'm trying to focus it.
Okay.
Está todo el grupo.
I think I heard it.
Está todo el grupo.
Maybe I'm taking a lot of pictures.
Mira, Mallory. Right atop the reel. It's cool here.
Come on, baby.
Yep. Estamos en un santuario.
The garden of Diane.
Aquí vengo.
The garden larger than the one of Catherine, because Italy is her first parents. And her wedding with the King of France with the future Henry II. She was not supposed to become king, Henry. He was not the eldest son, but he became made a prisoner by the Emperor Charles V, and he has to pay a heavy ransom to be released. And so he asked the Pope for some help, and the Pope at that time was a member of the Medici family. And so the wedding of Henry and Catherine was arranged. Power. It's a symbol of power because it's presented with flame. It looks like a dragon. It's a tiny animal, harmless animal, but it's supposed to be it's a kind of big animal too, because it's supposed to be the only being which could live in the flame and feed the good fire and stop the bad fire. On the right, there is the emblem of Brittany at the time, the army. Because the church married his cousin closest one.
So the fermentation process takes all that time. Because otherwise it will be too warm outside, the wine will lose its freshness, and then it will be unsuitable for the distillation. To obtain the appellation cognac and then
Just for
cognac.
demonstration.
So the wine grower has to use, of course, only the grapes from this, the limited region, because otherwise, cooking cognac, you can't take the grapes from Bordeaux or from Germany to make cognac out here. Everything, of course, is controlled. You've also to use these real traditional pastilles made of pure beaten copper, and also to make a double distillation process. So each distillation process takes for about 12 hours. So we'll go inside the distillery. Of course, the first distillation process we are going to warm the white wine in here until boiling point. Then the vapors are going through the hat, through the swan snack. And behind us is wine warmer, and the vapors are coming in this condenser. There's a cooler inside, which is surrounded with cool.
That's Biagio.
So the whole yeast contains about. So this one is for magic. And the vapors together, condense it in this coil, and then we take
of water and flour, he will assemble the tubs in the barrel. So only natural products, water and flour. Then he will check it for the water tightness. Of course, when there are no leaves and everything, and all is okay, then it will be exported or used over here by Hensley. A barrel like this one can contain for about 350 liters, and we can use it for about 40 until 50 years. So one thing is that Hensley will never sell his barrels for another spirit. They will be burned. It's also one of the reasons why we don't keep a cognac for 50 years in the same barrel. Because it's not very good for the year. I must use it for the and neither for the evaporation. Just for 50 years, there's not a lot of cognac left in the barrel. Okay? So each year is about 100 eau-de-vie. He will taste it again, and he will say, these 5 are very nice together, these 2, these, for about 3 or 4 months. Then he will prepare his mother blend. He will take some of the first blendings, 1 eau-de-vie, he will mix that together, and he will obtain a mother blend. This one will also be returned for about 3 or 4 months in the barrels, and then he will prepare a final blend. It will say that he's going to take the rest of his first blendings, because he didn't took all the first blendings, some of them, so the rest he will take it with the mother blend, he will mix that together, and he will obtain a final blend, which also will be returned into barrels for an XO about 20 to 24 months, and then he can put it in a bottle. So for this XO, it will take for about 2.5 years to blend it, but not to make it. Because for this XO by Hensley, we will use cognac between 30 and 70 years old. So it has to sleep for many years, then you can use it in a blend. And that's also why you never see an age in a bottle of cognac. Because when you blend different years, you can't say the age of the cognac. You can say it's about 30 years old, because the youngest one is about 30 years old, but not really to say how old it is. So when he will blend, he will say that he can make all kinds of different cognacs. He can make cognac for women who like flower and fruit taste. He can make cognac for cigar smokers, for example. We have the Davidoff cognac, the classic and the extra one. We have special cognac for China, for Japan, specially made for them. So when he blends, for example, China, we eat also more spicy. So they like the cognac a little bit more spicy. Won't say that we don't like it, but it's specially made for them. So when he blends different cognacs, he can make whatever he likes. And how more eau-de-vie you will use in a blend, how older they are, how better the taste will be, of course. And that will make it more complex. So, is there a question on the blending or on the aging? Because there's another question after it. Okay, she was asking what...
A movie's place, cinema, but at first it was a theater. And I guess that Luis is from Spain, our driver, right? So I want to say to him that one of the best and most famous Spanish painter named Francisco Goya died in this house in Bordeaux, right? Goya died in this building. And watch to your right side, you have a view on the cathedral, right? Northern Gate. Later we'll have a look on it. So Goya was a Republican Spanish painter, and so he get trouble with the monarchic system of Spain, and he get refuge in Bordeaux, right? And that's why he finished his life in a very poor condition in Bordeaux. Once again, left side, you remember the glass market?
Oh, yeah.
Which is very, very chic, très très chic. Chic. Alors, là, oui. Là, oui. Alors là, para a la derecha, pero después. Watch to your left side. Maybe you will see the green. Could you stop here, please? Left. Right. You see this building to your left side. It's quite nice one, you know, with 2 men which support balconies. Just the French. And then in the last century they added this fountain. The ladies are very beautiful, but this is not the original statue. Original statue, the king on his horses, right? And from here, they oblige people of Bordeaux to build on this way. But this is for the king, it has to be great, powerful. For people of Bordeaux, They use the same. No more in Europe they built a so long distance. More than 1 kilometer of same architecture. I can tell you it's huge, it's unique, it's beautiful, right now very dirty. That's why they want to restore it. So from here they go on the outskirts of the city, they fill the moat, they plant trees on it, they create the cool, and also from here they go inside the city. So I have a talk with Baggio. Usually I ask two people to go a bit outside for a bit walking, but as some people want to go in. Inside, you have to be informed what this side and this side, right? Right now you want to, right? Allez, là, il faut, allez, voilà. What was in Bordeaux, what was in the Château de Versailles. And there is this is a public architecture. It's not so high. Liberté. And then to finish the civil war, fight between French Republican and Royalist French Royalists, to get civil peace, they prefer to name it Rue Fernand Philippe, an old mayor of Bordeaux. Right?
This will just straight.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's practicing.
Some of the streets in Bordeaux downtown.
And the balcony or yard, and sometimes when you get the opportunity to go inside, like this, okay. Oh, no, we go out, and you know,
We also have an elevator here.
19th century.
I wonder how big. I wonder how many floors. No, we wouldn't know what it was.
Hi, how are you?
But you see, you recognize the arcade, the mast, the clamps, like two, just on the corner, the only one. Then here people build what they want, so you don't have unity, right? You have all the different styles from the 19th century, from the new classical style to the Gothic style. No unity. In there, around the next square, I show you, finish on the Royal Market Square, the 50 design classic market. And you have always the arcade, the mast, the clamp, everything.
No, this one is just by the water. There's the seafront walk.
Oh, so we are on the sea here.
We're on the ocean here.
Yeah.
It's a plunking, yeah. It's cold, but that's alright. See, vamos por derecho.
And here we're getting very close to the center. You see the architecture is changing a bit. Very pleasant to walk around.
derecho a la derecha.
I missed it. A la izquierda, ¿dónde está la indicación por el Porto Viejo?
¿A la izquierda?
Sí, tú miras allá, todo derecho y después a la izquierda.
Desde aquí no veo.
Ah, como un cabrito. O con un cabrito. We will try to drop you by the Hold Harbour, which is a very nice area. All right?
Adelante.
All right, yeah, we're liking. Oh. Sí, mira a la izquierda. Sí, ¿dónde está? Sí, por pie.
¿Podemos por ahí podemos nosotros pasar?
Podemos pasar, sí.
Nos deja.
This is the main square, just to remind you, Georges Clemenceau. That's the main square. The town hall is there. Hotel de Ville. And this whole area between this square, Place Clemenceau, and that where we're heading, the old harbour, is the fanciest place of Biarritz. Look at the waterfront.
No sé o no.
Pero por aquí me parece que está.
No se puede.
No sé, a ver, me parece, no sé.
Sí, ¿dónde está el Porto Viejo? Siempre a la derecha. Allá.
A la derecha está prohibido los autobuses.
¿Por qué? ¿No se puede allá?
No.
Aquí. Bueno, entonces vamos a parar en un lugar. Sí.
We cannot walk to the old harbour, which you drive. I mean, it's a no, but it's down that road, which will take you to the whole harbour.
Teníamos que haber bajado por abajo.
¿Se puede hacerlo? No sé si se puede hacerlo.
Supongo que sí.
Si no, tú sabes que sé lo que puede hacer una girada, vamos a retornar a Plaza de Clemenceau y vamos a hacer allá, aquí a la izquierda.
Aquí no.
Sí, no se puede.
No, porque aquí no entramos nosotros en la ciudad.
No entramos. Pero
tranquilo, ya sé por dónde había que bajar por abajo.
Sí, por Plaza Clemenceau. O tú puedes parar a Plaza Clemenceau y después se mueve a pie. Es el mismo, sí, no está un problema. Si nosotros podemos girar a la izquierda ahora.
Pero que no se puede ir aquí con estos coches.
No.
Pasamos abajo del todo.
Pienso que está en el lugar para la comida.
Mira.
No me recuerdo, pero en Plaza Clemenceau.
Now look at all the Atlantic coast. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? So basically, we're basically facing the United States of America. Huh? Yeah, no, it's cold. Unfortunately, it's not a sunny day. Otherwise, you imagine the colors.
Action.
Okay, and this is, you see the old harbor, and you see this thing to the city of Biarritz.
Donde se ve el monito corriendo.
¿Dónde?
Aquí por nosotros.
Vamos a hacer una cosa, espera.
Sí.
Vamos a hacer una. Por ahí yo no puedo girar, por ahí está prohibido para autobuses. Entonces, yo doy la vuelta aquí.
Sí.
Nadando todo. Biarritz. Estamos en Biarritz. Las playas, el océano Atlántico, toda la cosa. Está otro. Virgen. Todo el océano Atlántico. Qué buena vista, ¿eh?
A ver, vamos allá.
Beautiful.
Heading straight into Spain. Just before the agreement with all the European countries, we would stop here and we would have the custom personnel checking all the way through our opens. And you see the sign of España with the European flag, the 12 stars here. You see the blue background and the 12 stars. This is the European flag. Each star symbolizing each country that united Europe. These were very busy in the past. All the custom personnel would be here and would be stopped rather there where it says Aduana Española, customs, Spanish customs, in order to enter Spain. No España, and here we are, the Spanish sign, Donostia or San Sebastian, which is the same name for San Sebastian. Donostia is the name in the Basque language. Bienvenidos to the right, and up on top we have the sign in Basque, which I don't know. The northern part of Spain, but also for those who want to get out from the very heat and long. Sebastian, and we're heading now to the city centre. San Sebastian is one of the most popular sea resorts in the Basque countries, ready for a rainy day, just in case.
turismo está abierto. Ajá, ahí estaba, pasaba.
¿Cómo? Cerca del centro, cerca de la oficina del Sí, cerca de esto.
No sé si aquí habrá cambio o...
Está un cambio.
Esta es la oficina de turismo.
Sí, pero está cerrada.
No,
está abierta, porque no podría buscarte las cartas.
Danos.
¿Quieres girar a la izquierda? No, sí, se puede.
Claro.
Bueno, entonces...
Sí, ¿por dónde tenemos que ir?
Tal vez el centro, el turismo hace también el cambio.
La oficina de turismo aquí no está.
Sí, un cartero donde se puede
sacar dinero.
Sí.
Eso sí hay.
Very left is the seat of the local authorities, Gobierno Vasco, Vasco authorities, government. Oh, bene.
Not the impression that I have from Spain, all my experience.
What do you think?
No, the sound.
In the day of Juanjo,
In the days of Pop.
that was not the same, it was the place.
I wouldn't want to walk this way.
Look at the spectacular view you have to the very left.
Oh, the poor dog.
We'll all meet in the bar at what time?
Any time, 7 or even before.
Whenever Biagio gets her, he's the one who took the most money out of the ATM.
Some of us don't have any money, so. Look at that. Wow, look at that.
Get dizzy, Marge. Get dizzy.
You've got the rough on this side, you've got the nice little protected harbor on that side.
Yeah.
En el hotel que está en San Sebastián, España. No sé el nombre del hotel ahorita, ¿no? Pero la vista al océano. Mira el océano. Aquí está llorando. Mucho viento, puedo escucharlo, ¿no? Toda la cosa. Aquí estamos nada más disfrutando de la vista, de la vida, el beneficio de Dios. Aquí está mi querida, bien fría. costa. Caquita.
¿Ya le tomaste la Lighthouse?
Son pocos, sí.
Ya vamos.
No, tenemos uno más. Ah, me quedan 4 minutos. Casi algo más. Estamos en entrada. La área de recepción. Esta es la sala. Pasillo. Acá un bar chiquito. Aquí está toda la familia extendida en este caso. Y estamos nada más esperando hasta que nos entreguen las llaves a las habitaciones. Es lo que indica aquí, otra parte del mismo salón. Entonces para descansar, para tomar café, toda la cosa esa. Me avisa el Mara también. Aquí estamos. Aquí estamos. Aquí estamos. Aquí estamos. A ver. Acá está el sí. El pasillo también bien, suave la cosa. Estamos. Las ondas y toda cosa. And that's it.